Hey guys, this is a video response for Moses McCormick about accents. Um, I'd like to give my opinion about accents. I have an accent myself, of course, when speaking English. But as far as accents go, I think we could divide accents in three different categories. The first one is a foreign accent. The second is a functional accent. The third one is a native accent. Okay, the foreign accent is the one that, of course, brings the pronunciation back from your native language and it interferes in your pronunciation of your second language or third language or your target language, for all that matters. And of course, when you're talking to somebody, that can get in the way of communication, of having the person understanding what you're trying to say and make yourself clear. Okay, the functional accent is the one that, though they can tell you're not a native speaker of the language, you make yourself understood. You can express your ideas, your concerns, even your feelings. You can talk about politics, religion, whatever it comes. That there is communication. Your pronunciation is not 100% perfect, or I would say perfect, but you still are understood in everything you say. And of course, the native accent is when people can't really tell the difference between you and a native speaker of the language. Of course, as most people that study languages and linguists know, the older you are, less likely you are to acquire a native accent in a language. There's some neuro-linguistic barrier that keeps people from doing that. I don't know a whole lot about that, but I know it exists. And of course, if you study more than 2 or 3 languages, it is always hard to work on one of your accents and perfect it, because you're trying to perfect all of them, and at the end, all of them will influence the other ones somehow. My opinion about each one of them is, first, if you're doing just because you want to fit in, like Moses said, some people may kind of make faces when you talk with a different accent, but most times, most people will accept you and not really require you to have a perfect accent to talk to them. If you're living in a country and you wanna really be part of that culture, really want to fit in and feel like a native person of that place, yeah, go ahead and do that. If you're planning on living at that place for the rest of your life, take a shot at it. It's gonna take a long time. Sometimes, for some people, it really doesn't work. For some people, it doesn't work. I don't understand. I can't really tell you what's the percentage of success you're gonna have. It really depends on how much effort you put on it. If you're in a place where you're going to spend a couple months, a couple years, don't really bother. Make sure that people understand you, that you can communicate yourself, communicate your feelings, your necessities, and talk about everyday stuff, and that's okay. As long as you don't have a thick foreign accent that impedes you from communicating with people, it's fine. Like, I've met a lot of Americans that speak Brazilian Portuguese, and most of them will have they'll be in between a foreign accent and a functional accent. Very few of them would be between a functional accent and a native accent, but I can understand them all, and they're really good. And it really doesn't matter if you can get your point across. Who cares if you're saying you're pronouncing a vowel like English or a vowel like in Portuguese? Okay, I don't have a native accent in English, as you can tell, but I believe you can understand what I'm saying, and I believe that is enough. Of course, all of us language learners, we want to achieve the best we can, but we need to understand that all of us have limitations, and we need to learn to cope with that. Otherwise, our lives will always be miserable. You know, it is a vain pursuit of perfection. Okay, achieve the best you can. Perfection is really hard, especially when you're studying more than one language, like I said before. Okay, but keep on working. To improve your accent is always good, you know, and there will always be room for improvement. But you'll make it there. Just keep in mind that the important thing is to get your message across. Okay, catch you guys later.